What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, I want to show you guys a tool that you can use to get into some seriously profitable trades. Now, this tool can actually help you get a little bit of insight into what is going on behind your candlesticks, helping you not only get into more confident trades, but it can also help you stay out of potentially bad setups. And the best part about this tool is it is absolutely free. But before we get into it, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button, smash the like, and click that notification bell so you don't miss any of these awesome tutorials or urgent market updates that we upload to the channel. Now, the tool we're going to be taking a look at today is called Coinalyze.net. Now, this free tool gives you a ton of different options and different indicators that you can look at that you might not be able to find anywhere else. Coinalyze can give you information like long and short liquidations, CVD, and open interest, which I'll explain very briefly in this video, but I will go deeper into these subjects in some later videos. So this video is just going to act as an intro and kind of overview of the actual tool. I'm going to show you guys kind of around the actual site and how you can actually set it up to look at some really interesting information. And if you can use this information in the right way, it can help you make a lot more of this stuff. So guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on into the charts. And again, I'll just give you an overview of the site, and I'll pull up a couple of the indicators you can look at that you might not be used to seeing. Let's get into it. So as you guys can see here on Coinalyze.net, it says cryptocurrency futures market data, open interest funding rate, liquidations. Of course, this is basically what I was saying that you can look at here. Now, again, this is a super cool tool because it gives you a look behind your candlesticks to kind of see what the traders actually creating these candlesticks are doing. And sometimes if you can see some divergences between certain information, or if you could see certain signals on the chart, you could kind of figure out what's going to happen to price before it happens. Now, I do want to be very clear. I don't want to make this seem like some magical tool that's going to be right 100% of the time. Like any other tool in trading, you want to make sure you're looking at Coinalyze along with other forms of Confluence to make the best trading decisions. Now, taking a look at Coinalyze's homepage, you could see, obviously, you could see here they have some of the assets listed. They have ApeCoin, Optimism, Audius. You could see Filecoin, Arbitrum, Engine, Ripple, Dogecoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin. They have all your favorite assets here, but we're just going to go ahead and take a look at Bitcoin for this example. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Bitcoin so we can get to the next part of this tutorial. Now, once you click on the asset you want to look at, you will see something very familiar, which is a trading view chart, right? This is just your typical price action, just like you would see on a normal candlestick chart, but they do preload you with an extra indicator down here, which is aggregated open interest. Now, there is going to be a lot of new terms in this video. Now, I don't want you guys to get too hung up on these terms. A quick Google search should be able to clear some of these up for you, but I will be coming out with tutorials in the future explaining what these indicators are and which ones I personally use, kind of my personal Coinalyze setup, and I'll let you guys know the indicators that I look at, and then we'll get deeper into how to use this to actually trade, and we'll look at certain trading strategies you can use using this tool. Now, open interest is basically just a metric that measures the number of outstanding derivatives contracts. So when you see open interest going down, it is people closing positions, and when you see it coming up, it is showing that people are entering positions. Now, open interest is just the tip of the iceberg, guys. You can also look at some really interesting information on Coinalyze, things like I mentioned earlier, like liquidations. If you go ahead and type in liquidations, you could go ahead and click here for aggregated liquidations, and you'll see it pops up on your chart just like this. Now, all this is really showing you is the liquidations in the market, right? Now, you can look at this chart and see, hey, we got a big drop to the downside here, but what happened? Well, you can actually come over here and look at your aggregated liquidation. You can see on this candle here, we had 8 million longs liquidated, and then on this candle down here, we had 18 million longs liquidated. And a lot of times when you see big liquidation numbers like this, it does mark a bottom in the market. Now, this is oftentimes how you can catch the absolute bottom of moves, and you could just go ahead and look at this. Now, there are some specific strategies you want to use. You don't just want to long every time you see a big liquidation candle, but using this along with other indicators that we'll get into in the near future, you could actually wind up sniping the absolute bottom of moves. And you can see here for this specific example, you can see that not only did we have a bunch of liquidations, we also had a big fall off in open interest, showing you that everybody was exiting their position, and this was essentially longs getting absolutely wrecked. And if you look at the chart here, basically as those liquidations happened, you had this wick to the downside, marking the bottom of this downtrend, and then we started a move to the upside, and you can see the absolute bottom of this move did line up perfectly with that liquidation candle. But again, you don't just want to blindly long, liquidation candles or short liquidation candles, but this is just giving you an idea of some of the interesting information you could find on Coinalyze that, again, gives you a look at what's going on behind your actual candlesticks. So instead of looking here and being like, oh, wow, we dumped, what was going on there? You could actually be like, well, hey, we dumped, but I could see all these long liquidations happen, so I know what was happening here. I can now see that there was a ton of liquidations, right? Now, some of the other common indicators that I like to look at is going to be CVD, or cumulative volume delta. Now, again, I'm not going to get too deep into exactly what cumulative volume delta is or CVD is, but I do just want to kind of show you how you can pull this up on the chart. So I'm going to go ahead and type in CVD, and what I like to look at, guys, is the aggregated CVD futures stablecoin margin contracts, and the reason for that is you can see up here you have coin margin contracts. The reason I want to look at stablecoin margin contracts is basically because more people trade the stablecoin pairs, right? So this is going to be, kind of the thing I'm more interested in. So I'll go ahead and add that to the chart. And then you can see aggregated CVD spot. I like to look at this as well because sometimes you can look for certain things or discrepancies between the aggregated spot CVD and the aggregated future CVD, which could indicate certain things that can help you get into really good long or short positions. So I'm just going to go ahead and add that to the chart as well. And you can see we kind of get these all popping up on the bottom of the chart. This is really, really cool, guys, because again, I'm not going to really explain any strategies in this video, but I kind of want to talk about how you can look at this information and kind of figure out what is going on in the market. So we have our future CVD up on top and our spot CVD on the bottom. Basically, what your CVD shows is the difference between the buyers and the sellers, right? So kind of simply put here, if this line is going down, it is showing that more people are shorting than longing. And when you have this coming up, it is showing that more people are longing than shorting. And then same thing with your spot CVD. If your spot CVD is coming down, it is showing you that people are selling on spot. And when it's coming up, it is showing you that people are buying on spot. Now, this is really interesting information because when combined with spot CVD and your price action, you can find very specific discrepancies that could indicate things such as absorption or short squeezes or even long squeezes, which a lot of times are hard to spot on your actual candlestick chart. Now, I think every time we get a random pump in the market, everybody just goes, oh, it was a short squeeze. And a lot of time it is, but now you can actually come here and look at the chart and kind of see if price movement was actually a short squeeze or a long squeeze or what have you by looking at things such as liquidation, CVD, open interest, and all that other good stuff. You can also take a look at the funding rates, which can also give you a little bit more insight into the markets. And like I said, there are tons of different trading strategies that you can use to, again, kind of foreshadow those long or short squeezes that can really help you profit off of these big explosive moves. Now, the cool thing about this, guys, again, is it is a completely free tool, and you can actually go ahead and make your own account, stay logged in, and save your own charts. So if I wanted to save this chart as my own, I can go ahead and click save, and we'll make it CVD liquidations, and then we can go ahead and save it, and when we come back to the chart, we can go ahead and reload it, and all our indicators will reappear here as we had them originally, and it just makes it super, super easy. And again, this is a completely free tool. So, guys, I think that's all the time I got for today's video. So again, definitely go check out Coinalyze.net. It's not a referral link, but I will just drop the link in the description down below so you guys can easily click it. But definitely go check it out, make a free account, and start taking a look at some of this stuff like CVD, open interest, and liquidations, because again, it could give you some serious insight into what is going on behind your candlesticks. And when you combine this with things like traditional TA or Market Cipher B or Lux Algo or anything like that, you can make for some really killer trading strategies. And I will be continuing to make more content on this, showing you the strategies that I use specifically to trade things like short squeezes, long squeezes, and I'll also be showing you guys my custom settings and my custom setup and basically how I'm able to leverage this free tool to get into much better trades. So with all that being said, guys, that's all the time I got for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Frankie Candles out.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the road, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command, like, yeah, you about to see me on demand.